Hello everyone, I welcome you all in Quantsap. In today's video, we will be learning about a sentimental indicator, a confirmatory tool, and that is known as PCR. But before moving ahead, if you are new here, you can go in the description. There is a link below. With the help of that, you can download and install Quantsap web application. After successful registration, you will get some free tools that will help you out in your trading journey. As well as we have a section of video library. So in video library, we have made multiple videos based on Pro Plus tools and on various strategies. So in your main time, you can watch these videos. These videos are available in multiple languages as well. At any point of time, if you guys are having any kinds of doubts or query, so you can contact us. For that, you have to go in the profile section. In support, you will get our contact number, okay, and you will also get our email ID. So you can contact us anytime when you feel like you are having any query, and we will be there to sort your queries out. Okay, now let's get back to today's topic, and that is a sentimental indicator. And for that, we will be studying PCR today. Okay, so if I'm talking about PCR, the full form of PCR is put call ratio. Okay, so we are talking about the ratio of put and call, and in put and call we will be talking about two things. The first thing will be the open interest, okay, and the second thing will be the volume, right? You must have seen the OI PCR and the volume PCR in your option chain as well. So today we will be talking about them. We will be talking about how you can use them effectively in your trading. Okay, so first of all, as you know, the PCR is known as put call ratio. Now the put call ratio comes in two forms, that is the OI PCR and volume PCR, right? So first of all, let's talk about OI. Okay, so you know that OI means open interest, and open interest are the open positions, or you can say the open contracts in market. Okay, open contracts, right? So if I am a buyer, okay, if I'm a buyer and I'm buying one lot, and as you know that trading is a zero sum game. So if I'm buying something, there must be someone who is selling something, right? So the seller will also sell one lot, right? The seller will also sell one lot, and that is why I'm writing it with a negative sign, right? So I have bought one lot, the seller has sold one lot. So now you can see we are trading on the same contract, right? I'm buying it and someone is selling it. So it means the open interest OI or open contract will be 1 but not 2, right? Because we are trading with the same contract. So that is why the OI will be 1, right? So this is your open interest, right? Now what we will do, let me open the Quantsap application, and here we will go in the option chain. You can see this is the put side. The overall open interest of put side, we will combine it, okay? And similarly, when you will see the call side, so the overall open interest of call side, we will combine it, okay? We will do the total of call side OI and put side OI, and then we will take the ratio of them, right? And that is what will be known as the OI PCR. Okay, so OI PCR, what it will be? It will be put OI, okay, the combined OI of put and the combined OI of call, right? So this is your put OI and call OI. Now I have told you how to calculate the open interest. Now when we are talking about open interest in options, okay, so we decipher, okay, the OI open interest in terms of seller in options, right? Why? Because there is a buyer, okay, so if I'm buying a call option, for suppose it is a 500 call option, right? This is a strike price. Now if I'm buying it, so my view is the market will go in the positive direction, right? So my view is the market will go in the positive direction. But if I'm selling it, if I'm selling the 500 call option, it means, what is my view? My view is the market can remain in sideways direction, okay, or the market will remain below 500 strike price, right? So as a seller, I have an advantage because the market can remain in two direction, that is in the negative direction or in the sideways, and still I'll be in profit, right? So it means 66.6 is the probability of a seller to remain profitable, right? Similarly, if I'm a buyer, okay, so what is my probability? There are three directions: the positive direction, negative direction, and sideways, right? Out of these three directions, I am getting profit only in one direction, right? So the probability of buyer to make money in the market, that is only 33.3%, right? That is only 33.3%. So now you can see the seller has more probability to remain profitable, right? To remain profitable. So that is why we interpret the open interest in option in terms of seller, right? I hope you got to know the concept. So what will be the approach here? What will be the approach here? We are we are identifying the open interest in terms of seller. So what if I'll write put and in place of y I'll write seller, or you can say writer as well. Okay, the put writer or put seller. And similarly call y, so I'll write call seller or call writer here. Okay, call seller or call writer. So if there is a call seller, so what will be the view of call seller? He wants market to remain in positive direction or in sideways. So the view is positive, right? So the view is bullish. Similarly, for the call sellers, I can write their view is bearish in the market, right? So now we have interpreted the OI PCR in terms of bulls and bears, right? Now let's go ahead, and if the bulls and bears are equal in the market, so I can write it as 1, right? It means the sentiments will be neutral in the market, right? If my OI PCR is 1, it means the sentiments are neutral because the bulls and bears are equal in the market, right? Now the next scenario. So this will be the case first. This will be the case first. Now let's see the case second. In case second, if the bulls are way more than bears, okay, if the bulls will be more than the bears, okay, so then the ratio will be greater than 1. The ratio will be greater than 1. Okay, so if the ratio is greater than 1 or your OI PCR is greater than 1 and gradually increasing, it means the sentiments are bullish in the market. The sentiments are bullish in the market, right? And similarly, then we have the third case. So for the third case, that is the case third, okay, if this bulls and bears, okay, if the ratio of bulls and bears, if it will be less than 1, so it will denote you the bearish sentiment in the market. It will denote you the bearish sentiment in the market, right? So you can see now we have 3 cases. Okay, the first case is 1, that will show you the neutral sentiment. Greater than 1 bullish sentiment, and less than 1 will be bearish sentiment in the market. Okay, okay, so that was the OI PCR for you, right? Now this is not just the case, we have an exception as well, right? Now what happens, I'll tell you the property of OI PCR or the property of PCR put call ratio. So this is the first property. Okay, so the property is that the PCR will always moves in a range. Okay, so if I'm talking about PCR, the PCR will always moves in a range like this. Okay, it will not be trending upward like your futures price or spot price, or it will not be trending in the downward direction like this, but it will moves in a range. So if it is moving in a range, so it means if my PCR will reach to an extreme point like this is the extreme point. So if it will reach at its extreme point again, so it means now it will get revert back from there, it will self-correct itself, and if it is self-correcting itself, it means from there the PCR will reverse itself down, right? So that is one of the significant condition that we have to capture, right? So we have to look out for the extreme point, and that extreme point will tell you if your market is overbought or oversold, right? So what I'm having here, you can see when the bulls are way more than the bears, that was the bullish condition. So in that case, the OI PCR was increasing from 1, right? So that is the bullish condition. So if the OI PCR is reaching at its extreme point, it means the market is way more bullish. Okay, there are so many bulls in the market as comparison to the bearish. Okay, so that is when we will be following the trend reversal, or it will show you the market is overbought now and there are chances that the price can fall down, right? So if the market is reaching at an extreme point, so from there we can execute our trade as per the PCR. Now what is the relation between OI PCR and price? Because I know the PCR will fall down from this point or it will self correct, but how will the price will react to OI PCR? Okay, so I'll tell you that. So first of all I'll tell you the relation here. So if my OI PCR, okay, if my OI PCR is increasing, okay, it means the price will also increase. It means the price is also increase. So if my OI PCR is increasing gradually from 1 to 1.1, 1.2, it means the market is bullish right now. There are bullish sentiment in the market. But if this OI PCR will reach at its extreme point, for example 2 or 2.3, that we have analyzed in the past as well. So that will show us now the OI PCR will fall down from there, and with it the price will also fall down, because the OI PCR and the price, they are directly proportional to each other. So if the OI PCR will fall, so the price will also fall from there, right? From the extreme point when the market will be overbought, or from the oversold, it will again revert back, right? So that is the relation between OI PCR and price for you. Right now, how you will see this? So in Quensep application, we have a particular section for PCR. So if you will click on PCR, it will show you the OI PCR of each and every stock. Okay, so you can find your stock from search symbol as well. Right. So if I'll see a stock, let's take an example. For example, Escorts. So in Escorts, I can see the OI PCR has increased from 0.6555 to 0.7807. Right. So there is a increase of 19.22%, right? It means the OI PCR is increasing gradually, so the price will also increase. So it is showing me a positive sentiment for Escorts, right? But now there is one more thing, that is the volume PCR, right? What we have to do about it? So let's see what is volume PCR here. So let's talk about volume PCR. So when I was talking about OI PCR, and I have wrote it down like open interest of put and open interest of call, right? And here we were interpreting the open interest in terms of sellers, right? We were interpreting the open interest in terms of seller. But now when we will be talking about volume PCR, okay, we will be talking about volume PCR. So it means the volume from put side, okay, and the volume from call side, right? So as we have deciphered the open interest in terms of seller, we will be interpreting the volume in terms of buyers, in terms of buyers. Okay, so it means put, and instead of volume I can write buyer, so it means put buy, right? Similarly call, okay, and in place of volume I'll write buyer, right? So if I'm buying a put, it means my view is bearish in the market, right? My view is bearish in the market. If I'm buying a call, it means my view is bullish in the market, right? So this is the ratio of your volume PCR. This is the ratio of your volume PCR, right? Bulls divided by bear divided by bulls, right? Now again there will be three conditions like the OI PCR I have told you. So the three conditions will be, first condition, when the ratio is neutral, it means the bears and bulls are same in the market. So that will show you one ratio, and that will show you a neutral sentiment in the market, right? Neutral sentiment in the market. If my ratio will be greater than 1, so if the ratio will be greater than 1, it will show you the bearish sentiment in the market. It will show you the bearish sentiment in the market, because now the bears are way more than the bulls, and that is why the ratio is greater than 1. Okay, if the ratio will be less than 1, okay, so it will show you the bullish sentiment in the market, because at that time the bulls will be greater than the bears, right? So now let's relate the volume PCR with price, how it will react to the price. Okay, so now as we have studies, we got three combinations from here. The combination of price with OI PCR, okay, and the relation of price with volume PCR. Let's decode it. Okay, so what is the relation? The OI PCR is directly proportional to the price, but the volume PCR is inversely proportional to the price. Okay, so if my price will increase, okay, if my price will increase, so at that time my OI PCR should also increase, right? And at that time if my volume PCR is decreasing, so that means it is a perfect bullish trend, right? Or this stock is showing me a perfect bullish sentiment, you can say, right? Why? Because the OI PCR is increasing and it is directly proportional to the price. It means the price will increase further, right? Similarly, the volume PCR is indirectly proportional to the price. So if my volume PCR is falling, it means again the price will increase. So from the both OI PCR and volume PCR, I'm getting a sentiment that the price will increase, and that is how we will confirm the trade. Okay, so this is how you can use the PCR tool. And again, I'll show you the Quensep application. So here you can see the volume PCR again, right? So I have took an example of Escorts, right? So in Escorts, I was analyzing the OI PCR was increasing, right? So the price will increase. Now the another confirmation is the volume PCR should be decreasing. Okay, so that will give us a confirmation. Okay, the second confirmation. So in Escorts, if I'll see the volume PCR, it is also increasing right now, right? So it is contradicting my view that the Escorts will move in the bullish direction. And why? Because right now I can see the Escorts, it is not in the bullish condition, right? So that is why I don't have to take trade in Escorts right now. Okay, just for the example. Now let's move to another stock. In Zomato, I can see the volume PCR is decreasing. You can see minus 10.22%, but at the same time, I can see the OI PCR is increasing, right? So the OI PCR increasing, volume PCR decreasing, and both of them are giving me a confirmation that the price will increase in the positive direction, right? So this is just for an example, but you can analyze OI PCR, volume PCR, and then combine it with the price, and that is how you can confirm your trade, okay, and you will get a better accuracy, right? So this is the concept of PCR. We have covered multiple things today. I hope you got to know the concept. If in case you are having any kinds of doubts, so you can write them in the comment section. You can share your valuable feedbacks as well, and make sure if you haven't subscribed the concept channel, so do it now. Okay, so this is it for today's session, and this is your trainer Ankit Singh Rawat. Have a good day.